The first thing most of us see in the morning isn't the sun. It isn't our parents. It isn't the person sleeping next to us. It isn't even ourselves. It's a screen. You wake up, reach over, grab your phone, and before your brain has even had the chance to understand that you've started another day, you've already consumed somebody else's life. Someone got a new car. Someone's on vacation. Someone you've never met is arguing with someone else you've never met. Someone looks unbelievably attractive at 8:30 in the morning, while you look like you just survived a natural disaster. And then you scroll again, and again, and again, until suddenly 20 minutes have disappeared. And the weirdest part is that you didn't even decide to spend those 20 minutes there, you just did. That's what makes the phone so dangerous. It's not that the phones are evil. They're probably one of the most useful inventions we've ever created. You can call your friends, learn almost anything, find your way somewhere you've never been, listen to music, create videos, make money, talk to people on the other side of the planet, and carry an entire library around your pocket. But somehow, the device that was supposed to make our lives easier has slowly become the thing we can't imagine living without. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm above it. I'm a teenager too. I've wasted hours scrolling when I knew I had something better to do. I've opened an app without even thinking about it. I've checked my phone because I was bored, then realized I was bored because I had spent the entire day consuming instead of doing anything. And that's the part nobody really talks about. The phone isn't necessarily destroying your life with one dramatic moment. It's taking tiny pieces of it. 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there, an hour before bed, another hour after waking up. And eventually you look back and wonder where the hell all your time went. I think one of the biggest problems with the phone is that they have already completely eliminated boredom. And that sounds like a good thing. Why would anyone be bored? But boredom used to be where your brain went when nothing else was happening. You'd sit in your room, look out the window, or just walk around, think about something random. Maybe you'd pick up a guitar, draw something, or build something, go outside or talk to someone, or stare at the ceiling and let your thoughts exist without immediately trying to drown them out. Now the second we're bored, we reach for our phones. Waiting for the bus? Phone. Waiting for food? Phone. Walking somewhere? Phone. Going to the bathroom? Somehow, still a phone. And eventually your brain starts learning something dangerous. The moment there isn't a solution, find some. You don't even consciously make the decision anymore. Your hand reaches in your pocket before you've ever realized you're bored. And that's why sitting alone with your thoughts can start feeling uncomfortable. Because you've trained yourself to never experience silence. The average teenager doesn't have a problem with a lack of information. We have the opposite problem. There's too much of it. Every few seconds, something new appears. A video, a message, a notification, a meme, a headline, a song. Another video. Your brain is constantly being told, look at this. And then, wait, look at this instead. And then, actually, forget that. Look at this. Imagine trying to read a book while someone else interrupts you every single 30 seconds. You'd probably get annoyed. But that's essentially what we're doing to ourselves. Then we wonder why homework feels impossible. Why watching a movie without checking our phone feels uncomfortable. Why we can't concentrate on conversations. Why everything feels boring after 5 minutes. We've trained our attention to expect something new constantly. Real life doesn't work that way. A conversation takes time. Learning takes time. Building a business takes time. Getting good at sports takes time. Making a video takes time. And friendships, especially friendship, takes time. Life is slow, but your phone isn't. And when your brain becomes addicted to speed, normal life starts feeling painfully slow. There's another problem. Your phone doesn't just steal your attention. It changes how you see yourself. Because every time you open social media, you're basically walking into a room filled with thousands of people showing you their entire best moments. And someone is doing everything you wish you were doing. And you're sitting in your bedroom, eating something you found in the kitchen while watching a 17-year-old explain how he became a millionaire. Of course you're going to feel behind. You're comparing your entire life to carefully selected moments from another person's life. And you know this. I know this. We all know this. But knowing it doesn't completely stop the feeling. That's the scary part. You can understand that social media isn't reality and still feel like everyone else is ahead of you. You can know that the picture was edited and still compare yourself to it. You can know that someone is only showing their best moments and still wonder why your life doesn't look like theirs. And after enough time, you stop asking, am I even happy? And start asking, does my life look impressive? Those are two completely different questions. When I was younger, there was at least a physical boundary between being home and being somewhere else. You could leave school, come home, close the door, and for a while, you were just there. Now school follows you home, your friends follow you home, Your classmates follow you home, strangers follow you home, news follow you home, and arguments too. The entire internet follows you home. You could have the worst day imaginable and still receive 20 notifications before you've ever taken your shoes off. And because your phone is always there, your brain never gets the message that the day is over. There's always another message to answer, another video to watch, another person to check, another argument to read, and another notification waiting. So you lie in bed at midnight, exhausted, knowing you should sleep, but somehow you've convinced yourself that one more video won't hurt. Then another, and then another, and suddenly it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow you're tired, you have no energy, you can't concentrate. And then you reach for your phone again because you're too tired to do anything else. It's a ridiculous cycle, and somehow millions of us are living inside it. Here's the part I think we need to remember. Your phone is supposed to be a tool. It's not supposed to become your environment. There's a difference between using technology and living inside of it. You can use your phone to learn something, create something, talk to someone, build something, then put it down. It's completely different from spending 5 hours consuming things that you won't even remember tomorrow. And I'm not saying you need to throw your phone into a lake. You don't need to delete every app. You don't need to become one of those people who wakes up at 4 a.m., takes an ice bath, reads 20 books before breakfast, and somehow becomes a billionaire before lunch. You just need to become aware of what you're doing. Because the biggest problem isn't necessarily screen time. It's unconscious screen time. Opening an app without deciding to. Scrolling because you're uncomfortable. Checking notifications because you're afraid you've missed something. That's when the phone stops being a tool. It starts becoming a reflex. The question I think every teenager should ask themselves is incredibly simple. What am I getting in exchange for my time? Because the time is the only thing you can't get back. If you spend an hour learning something, you've gained knowledge. If you spend an hour training, you've become stronger. If you spend an hour making something, you created something that didn't even exist before. But if you spend hours scrolling through random videos, what do you have afterwards? Maybe you laughed. Maybe you saw something interesting. But most of the time, you close the app and immediately forget what you've watched. And that's a trade. Your time for a temporary simulation. And when you're 16, 17, 18, it doesn't feel expensive. You think you have plenty of time, but you don't know how much you have. None of us do. And that's why wasting an hour is more serious than it seems. Because that hour isn't coming back. I'm not telling you to stop using your phone. I'm telling you to remember that there's a world outside of it. Go outside without needing to record it. Talk to someone without checking your notifications halfway through the conversation. Watch a sunset without turning it into a story. Do something you're terrible at. Get bored. Let yourself sit in silence. Make something nobody sees. Go somewhere without taking a picture. And most importantly, stop being afraid of missing out. Because there will always be another video, another trend, another argument, another meme, and another notification. The internet will still be there tomorrow. But this moment won't. The people around you won't always be there. Your teenage years won't last forever. And one day, you're going to look back at the period of your life and realize that you had something incredibly valuable. Time. You had so much of it. And maybe the saddest thing would be realizing that you spent most of it watching other people live. So use the phone. Enjoy it. Make videos, play games, talk to your friends, and scroll sometimes. You're allowed to have fun. Just don't let the rectangle in your pocket become the place where your entire life happens. Because there's a whole world waiting outside the screen, and you don't want to spend your entire childhood watching someone else experience it.